Mother's Day, even in an undisclosed location in southeast Ohio. Mothers they're a gift from God. They truly are. If you've got a good mother, and if you can, mine's passed already, but if you can, go see her today. At least call her and tell her you love her. Mothers they're different than fathers. I don't care if you're 6 or 60, you're still your mother's baby. You get away with things your dad couldn't even dream of getting away with. I'll tell you a little story. I used to fish a lot. I used to fish way too much. I might leave on a Thursday and come back on a Sunday and never get off the boat. And my dad would go with me once in a while. And we were playing rook one night with my mom and dad. And I told my mom, I said, man, Mom, a buddy of mine's wife says he can't go fishing with me next weekend. She said, really? I said, yeah. She said, his wife said he fishes too much. And my mom said, I don't know what's wrong with them young women. I said, man, you're right. I don't get it, Mom. She said, there ain't nothing wrong with a man going out and fishing. Does he work good? I said, yeah, he's got a good job. He takes care of her. But she just says he fishes too much. My mom said, that's just not right. He's not getting in any trouble. He ain't doing nothing wrong. She ought to let him go fishing. And I'm blowing her up. Yeah, she should let that guy go fishing. And man, she started getting excited. She said, that's just wrong for women to be like that. And then she said, what's your buddy's name? And I said, well, I call him Dad, but you call him Tracy. My mother looked at me and she couldn't believe it. Well, then, I'm her baby. I'm playing the baby card. Then she looked at my dad. She tried to blame him. She said, did you know he was going to do that? My dad about spit his coffee out. He said, I didn't have a clue. She looked back at me and she said, that ain't funny. And she's trying not to smile. Then she looked back over at him and she said, I guess you can go with him next weekend. And she turned back to me and she pointed at me and she said, don't you ever do that again. I pulled out the baby card on her. I was probably close to 30, but hey, it still worked because that's the way mothers are. You can pull that baby card out. I don't care how old you are. It'll work. It still works. And she was just like that. If her baby asked for something, it didn't matter how old he was still her baby. But fishing wasn't the most important thing to her. And it shouldn't be to you either, mothers. This right here, this book right here, the Bible, that should be the most important thing to any mother, that they teach their children about Jesus Christ. That has eternal ramifications. If you don't teach them about Jesus Christ, they might never hear it. It's up to you, Mom. Sometimes Dad won't do it. Mom, it's up to you sometimes. Let them know who Jesus was, the Son of God. Let them know he came to earth to give his life on the cross, that you and I, your children, we can all go to heaven to be with him. If you teach them that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but shall have everlasting life. If they understand that he was the Son of God and he died on the cross and he arose the third day and they accept him in their hearts, they can go to heaven. And like I said, my mother passed away, but I'll see her again. She didn't know me for the last 10 years of her life. She didn't have a clue who I was. But I'll see her again because she taught me about Christ. And she'll know me next time I see her. And it'll be a reunion like I can't believe. Mothers, tell your kids about Jesus. No matter what else you give them, no matter what else you do for them, nothing is more important than explaining Jesus Christ and what he did for them on the cross. All right, tell your mom you love her and have a good day. Read your Bibles.